If you're struggling to build muscle, get stronger, or even leaner with calisthenics, I've been there. I know exactly what it feels like to work hard, put in the effort, and not even see those results that you've always wanted. But over the last 8 years, as a natural calisthenics athlete and coach, I was actually able to build this muscular, stronger physique using calisthenics and weighted calisthenics. And the truth is, so can you. You just need a clear and concise system. And I'm going to give you just exactly that, starting off with the 6 essential calisthenics exercises that you need in a PDF format for free. So I got you. But before that, let's get on to the more hindering topics of why you're not seeing results that you've always wanted. Calisthenics isn't just about doing the flashy skills or the basic bodyweight movements, but learning essential calisthenics skills. Doing the foundational movements is really what's going to propel your journey forward in regards to strength and muscle. When I made the focus on training the weighted pull-ups, the weighted dips, handstand push-ups, my upper body exploded. It got stronger, it got muscular, and even got leaner as well. These movements build serious strength and muscle, and they also look pretty impressive as well. But the thing is, you have to approach them with the proper methods and technique before you get too excited and start doing these movements. If you're trying to train the handstand push-ups without even knowing how to do the handstand, or let alone without even done the pike push-up progressions, you're going to find yourself in a big hole. You're going to find yourself in trouble. Likewise, if you're trying to do pull-ups or dips, but you haven't even done push-ups or rows, then you might find that you might struggle to do these movements, and it might demotivate yourself to continue doing these particular movements. Also, if you're not periodizing your training, meaning you're intentionally training with purpose and you're managing intensity, volume, frequency, exercise selection at times, on a week-to-week basis, then you're going to be spinning your wheels. Periodization is so important to your training and the longevity of your career and the longevity of how much progress you can make on a consistent and measurable progress, because it allows you to be more strategic with the way that you manage sets and reps, right? Training frequency, exercise progression, intensity. You're managing all these different variables and components in a training block that can consist of anywhere between 6 to potentially an upwards of 10 weeks. But if you want to dive deeper about what periodization is, what's it all about, why should you even incorporate it, then be sure to check the videos that's linked in the description, because I actually have created this unlisted video it's not made for the public. It's actually made for whoever's just watching this video. So just keep it a secret between you and I. So consider yourself lucky, because I go into detail about everything you need to know about periodizing with weighted calisthenics. Now let's talk size. Let's talk building the physique. To get bigger with calisthenics, you need to understand these 2 very important and comprehensive things: time and the right training stimulus. During the first couple of years of my calisthenics journey, I've made sure to always stay in a modest caloric surplus. I trained hard and I made sure to hit my protein goals each and every week. In that phase, which was around a year and a half, helped build 70 to 80% of my current physique. No shortcuts, no dirty bulks, no cutting every other month, yo-yo dieting, just smart and concise bulking without putting on too much fat and making the effort to stay as lean as possible throughout my bulk. And that's the point that I want to make. I was able to build muscle without putting on much or excess body fat. Now you might be wondering, why is that? How'd you do it? And the reality of the matter is, I only gained 2 to 3 pounds per month throughout my bulk. This ensured that I will be strong to perform my calisthenic movements, because with calisthenics, you're moving your body weight, so it's relative strength, but also stay lean so I can be aesthetically pleasing. I can still be mentally motivated to continue this long-term bulk. If I did not take these protocols, if I didn't have this mindset, then getting stronger, such as the dips, the pull-ups, whether it's weighted or not weighted, would become much more difficult. Me not looking and appearing somewhat lean would easily demotivate my ability to want to continue to bulk. And I might even turn to a dirty bulk, or might turn to a cutting phase that's started prematurely. And it's just going to lead to a back and forth of cutting and bulking without a serious and defined plan, without sticking to that plan that you initially had placed for yourself. So you always want to stay around the 12 to about 18, maybe about 19, 20% at most body fat. So then that way you're ensuring you're getting the most out of your bulk, but you're also getting the most out of your training, and you're also enjoying the process. Now, what took my progress to the next level was by training smarter, not just hard. I structured my training blocks, my training program, into a 6 to 8 week training block. I tracked my intensities, my sets and reps. I've implemented gradual progressive overload, whether it was by the metrics of increasing my weighted chin-ups on a 3 rep max or on a 8 rep max, or even adding more reps to my handstand push-ups without the wall, or even adding more seconds the duration of my straddle planche. These are all protocols and methods that I've used to implement progressive overload to my particular movements. And if you're serious about attaining these levels of strength, attaining this level of physique, you need to be that serious, that structured and detail oriented with your personal training. It's like the best way, maybe even the only way to build a well-rounded, muscular and strong physique utilizing calisthenics. Otherwise, you're going to just be guessing from session to session. So make sure that you write your numbers down. Make sure that you're understanding just how many weeks are you training per period, per training block. So then that way you're more conscious and aware of what you're doing to your training on a micro and as well as a macro level of effort. And what I mean by tracking your progress, really just focus on the primary lifts, the big compound movements like your weighted calisthenic movements, whether it's pull-ups, dips, and even your skill movements, right? You don't need to track everything. Just track the primary lifts, the primary skills that you're doing, and even just one set will be enough. And that's going to be essentially a much more strategic way of going about tracking your progress, gathering data so you can use it and analyze it, and then kind of just critique yourself moving forward so you can just have a more intentional approach about your training. So ultimately, tracking something down is better than tracking nothing down. So you can always have something to refer back to. Look, I've done this for over 8 years. I've coached and trained hundreds of guys who built strong, muscular, leaner physiques without burning out, with being able to fit it into their busy schedules. And I was essentially able to just get the most essential exercises just for you in a free guide. So in that way, you personally don't have to waste any time guessing, picking and choosing, trying it out, failing, right? These are exercises that are going to help build everything. A strong foundation, strength, muscle, aesthetics, setting you up later for skills, and also break them down in a way for you to know how to use them in your routine, the technique, the form, the mental cues that needs to be done to execute the movement properly. It's all there. So click the link in the description below or check the pinned comments to get the free calisthenic guide that I built out just for you. But hey, what do I know? If you want to see more content like this, be sure to follow me, man. I'm Tough Fitness Guy out here. No cap.
Cobra trains. He's up next. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. He's number one out here.
He's the toughest fitness guy out here.